Welcome to another math tutorial brought to you by the Math Tutor for YouTube channel. Glad to have you back. In today's video, we got a good one. Finding the GCF of two numbers using prime factorization. Hope you find this video helpful. If you do, leave us a like. Let's get right into it. How to find the GCF? Well, we're going to go through 3 steps. Step number 1, we're going to determine the prime factorization for both numbers that were given. The second step is we're going to identify the common factors that we have for these two numbers. And our third step is we're going to multiply these common factors together, and that is how we're going to get our GCF. So let's work through some problems together to make these steps make sense. Here's our first one. 24 and 36. And we want to find the GCF, and we're going to use prime factorization. So first step, we're going to do the prime factorization for each number. So breaking 24 down, we can do it into 6 and 4. We can further break down these numbers into 3 and 2 and 2 and 2. So 2 and 3 are prime numbers, so we're done. So we have 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. When multiplied together, we'll get 24. Next, we're going to do the prime factorization for 36. Well, we can do 6 times 6. And then we can further break down 6 into 3 and 2. And we'll do the same thing for the other 6, 3 and 2. So now looking at our factors, we have 2's and 3's in both of our numbers. So 2 and 3 are common factors for 24 and 36. So when we multiply them together, we'll get 6. So therefore, our GCF for 24 and 36 would be 6. How about another problem? If we have 63 and 84, and we're asked to find the GCF using prime factorization. Step number 1, we're going to find the prime factorization for each number. So breaking down 63, we can do 21 times 3. We can break 21 down into 7 and 3. Now for 84, we can have 2 times 42. We can break 42 down into 6 and 7. And then we can further break down 6 into 3 times 2. So now looking at our factors, what do we have in common between 63 and 84? Well, we have in common 3 and 7. We see that in both of our prime factorization 3's. So multiplying those together, we'll get 21 for our GCF. Here's another problem. 42 and 70. And we're asked to find the GCF. So I want to pause the video, try this one out on your own, and then come back and watch the solution. All right, here is our solution. 42, we're breaking it down using prime factorization. 6 and 7. 6 we can break down farther into 3 and 2. And how about 70? 70 we can break down 7 and 10. Then we can further break down 10 into 5 and 2. So what common factors do we have between our two trees? Well, we have 7 and 2. See that in both of our trees. Multiply those together, and we get a GCF of 14. Now I think we're ready for a harder problem. What if we're asked to find the GCF of 175 and 250? We're going to use the same method, prime factorization. So 175 we can break down into 5 and 35. 35 we can break down into 7 and 5. Now for 250 we can break it down into 5 and 50. 50 we can break it down into 5 and 10. And 10 we can break it down into 5 and 2. Again, what is our common factors that we have between the two numbers? Well, the only common factor that we have is 5. We see 5 in both trees, and that's it. So our GCF for this would be of 5. Hopefully you found this video helpful for going over how to find the GCF of two numbers using prime factorization. If you found this video helpful, leave us a like, and we'll see you in our next math tutorial.